All right, let's check out your answers from last week. In your practice book, we are on page 203 and 204. This was the first practice that you had to do on lesson 19, which is evaluating and writing expressions. So let's take a look at the example. Isaac has 7 baseball cards. He has 3 times as many basketball cards as baseball cards. So right there, that's where you want to stop for just a minute and think, what does he have more of? He has 3 times as many basketball cards as baseball cards. So to me, just so I know for my own knowledge, that he has more basketball than he does baseball. He has 3 times as many. And I do know how many baseball cards he has. So in my head, I'm thinking, okay, well, if that's how many baseball cards he has, and he has 3 times more than that for basketball cards, that would be 7 times 3. So that would tell me he has 21 basketball cards. But let's just see where we're at. Oh, how many basketball cards does he have? Let's see if I'm right. You can use a bar model to help you understand the relationship between the numbers. You can describe the relationship 2 ways. You can use words. What is 3 times as many as 7? So look what they did over here. They did baseball cards. He has 7. They didn't know how many basketball cards he had, but they knew that he had 7 or 3 times that. So there's 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, which is 3 times 7. So he has 21 basketball cards. All right, let's take a look at number 1. Draw and label a bar model. Okay, so just like what we did in the example, and make sure you label it, to show the number that is 7 times as many as 3. 7 times as many as 3. So this one is going to be opposite. So in other words, you're starting with 3, and you are doing 7 times as many as that. Which is still going to be 21. So that's how that bar model would look different if you, instead of doing 3 times as many as 7, this is 7 times as many as 3. Okay? Let's look at number 2. How does 21 compare to 7? How does 21, how does 21 compare to 3? Well, when you're thinking about how does it compare to it, up here, 21 compared to 3 was 7 times as much. And over here, in the example, 21 compared to 7 was 3 times as much. So 21 is 3 times as many as 7 and 7 times as many as 3. Okay? Because in order to get to 21 from 7, we needed to do 7 3 times. And in order to get to 21 from 3, we needed to do 3 7 times. Okay? All right. If I'm going too fast, shoot me an email. Let me know. Send me a message on ClassTag. If you don't understand the problem that I've gone over, again, same thing. Let me know, and I will get back with you and try to explain. If I'm going too fast, please tell me, but I just want to make sure that I'm, not making you spend way too much time on your math. So, number 3, Lauren babysat over the summer. In June, she had $20. At the end of August, she had 12 times that amount. How much money did Lauren have at the end of August? Again, we've been doing math for a long time, so you know that there are multiple ways that you can do this problem. So I wish I could see your books right now, or I wish I could have you raise your hand in class and tell me how you solved this problem, because I know I would hear a variety of different ways. But I'm going to go ahead and start with this bar model that we just practiced. So I know, excuse me, you guys, I just woke up. Haven't had any coffee yet. I know that in June, she had $20. So I'm going to go ahead and put that here. Okay. But I know that by the end of August, she had 12 times that amount. So if I come down here and make another June, oh my goodness. The end of August, she had 12 times that amount. I would have to do this 12 times, right? Wow, she must really been babysitting. I'd have to keep doing that 12 times, right? So ultimately, what we have is $20 times 12. Now, here's another opportunity to show multiple ways to solve. Some of you may have multiplied 20 times 12 like this. And moms and dads, for those of you that are watching, here are some of the weird multiplication ways that we learned. I kind of like them. I think they're pretty cool. So we can do old school like this. Okay, our traditional method of multiplying, and get 240. Or we can put the 12 on top and use the method of, if it's a multiple of 10 ends in 0, we can hang that 0 off the end. This is one of my favorites. And just drop that 0 down and multiply like normal. Okay? Or those of you that are really strong in your mental math game, what does 12 break down to? It breaks down to 10 plus 2. So in other words, we would be doing 20 times 10 and 20 times 2 and adding them together. So 20 times 10 is 200. And 20 times 2 is 40. So 240 when you add them up. Okay? All right. So she earned $240 by August babysitting. Not bad. All right. Number 4. Kyle swam 4 laps in the pool on Monday. He swam 6 times as many laps on Tuesday. So he started with 4 on Monday and swam 6 times as many on Tuesday. So that to me is 4 times 6, 24 laps on Tuesday. So now let's check out these true-false statements. The expression 6 times 4 represents the number of laps Kyle swam on Tuesday. This one was tricky, guys. Here's what I want you to keep in mind. Our whole goal this week in this lesson, or this couple of weeks in this lesson, and the biggest part, this is one of the biggest parts of 5th grade math, is understanding how words connect to their expression. And we know that you can do 4 times 6 and you can do 6 times 4 and you're going to get the same amount. But which one of those actually shows how to explain this situation? Because they don't both show that situation. Letter A is false. And the reason why is because this expression shows that he swam 6 laps on Monday and 4 times as many on Tuesday. And that is backwards. He actually swam 4 laps on Monday and 6 times as many on Tuesday. Okay? So, letter B. The words 6 times as many as 4 represents the number of laps Kyle swam on Tuesday. 6 times as many as 4. Is that what we said up here? Yes, it is. That is true. The number of laps Kyle swam on Tuesday can be found by solving the equation 6 times 4. Can we find that answer? Yes, technically we can. Do I have this backwards? Kyle swam 4 hours of pool on Monday. He swam 6 times many. Number of laps Kyle swam on Tuesday. I'm second guessing myself. I might have these backwards. Let me see. I might be all wrong here. You guys love it when I'm wrong. I am wrong. All right. Scratch this. Reverse. I had to think about this. 6 times as many as 4 is, I said that backwards. 6 times the 4 laps. Okay. Well, that would make sense because the time sign would come first. 6 times as many as 4. I am so sorry. I said that backwards. So those are true. Because this one is 6 times 4. I totally said that backwards. I am so sorry. See, I need the coffee. It's too early. Okay, and letter D. Kyle swam 10 laps on Tuesday. Well, that's false. We're not going to add them up. We're going to multiply them. Okay, and number 5. Goodness. Okay, I promise I won't do any early morning videos anymore. I think I work better at night. Mrs. Altman's class recycled 72 water bottles in March. The number of juice cans they recycled was 1/4 times as many. What is the total number of water bottles and juice cans they recycled in March? Okay, so they recycled 72 water bottles in March. The number of juice cans they recycled was 1/4 times as many as those 72 water bottles. So what is the total number of water bottles and juice cans they recycled? So 1/4 times means it's actually less, right? Because we know that when we multiply, remember this lesson? When we multiply this whole number times a fraction, the answer is going to be less than the whole number because 1/4 times that is actually smaller. Because remember, this is smaller than a whole. If this were just one whole, it would be 72. If it were 2, it'd be double that. But anything less than one whole means this answer down here is going to be less than the whole number we started with. Okay, so if you guys want to do this old school method, that's fine. Okay, and we get 72 over 4. And when we divide that, I get 18 juice bottles. Okay. Oh, wait, that's the wrong answer. That's not the answer to the question. Wants to know, so this is how many juice bottles I had. But it wants to know, hold on, I didn't finish. What's the total number of water bottles and juice cans? So we had to first figure out how many juice cans. So now what we have is 72 water bottles plus 18 juice cans, which is 90 bottles and cans. Really rusty this morning, aren't I? Okay, feel free to, email me and send me class tag messages and criticize me on my horrible video this morning. But seriously, if you have any questions over this, let me know. Next thing we're going to do is move on to your instruction page. Let me double check the page. I don't have it in front of me. Your next video. So if you are just checking this and you are going to get started on your instruction page video, we will be on page 188 in your instruction book.